have created my labels using Adobe Photoshop Elements 12. If you don't have it, that's fine. You can use any other word processor. But this video is not about how to create labels, but rather to demonstrate how I serge my labels. For this project, you must use an inkjet printer. A laser printer will not work. However, I do use a laser printer to run test prints because the ink for the inkjet printer is very expensive. You will need photofabric. This is the photofabric I use. I purchased this from Joann Fabrics. The brand is Crafters Images. It's 100% cotton and the fabric is poplin. And I know some people will say, well, you know, it's too expensive. You can use coupons and it's just so much easier, more convenient to use than making your own. I think that's it. I'm going to turn my video off, and the next step I will show you what you need to do. Here is my sheet of printed labels. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to let this sit for about an hour so that the ink can set in. And after that hour, I will peel the sheet off and I will soak it in a liquid softener such as Downy for 1 minute, and then I'll rinse in cold water for about a minute. Because I'm doing that, the reason why I do that is because I want a color fast label. So I'll be right back and I'll show you what the next step will be. Here are my labels. I was able to print out 20 labels. So the next step is to prepare your labels for serging. Here I have a piece of lightweight fusible interfacing. I will take my label and iron it onto the interfacing. The interfacing helps prevent fraying of the fabric. If you do not have a serger, you can just do a zigzag stitch along the length of the label with your sewing machine. Here I have a label that's already prepared with interfacing. So I'm just going to take it to my serger and just serge along the long edges. Here I am at my serger, ready to do a rolled hem. Each serger is different, so you will need to check your owner's manual for the correct settings. I have my label ready to go, and what I've done, I've drawn a straight line to help me guide me through as I serge. So I will go ahead and serge. I will do the other side. Okay, it's going to be, as I said, folded. And one thing I did not mention, you need to leave room for your seam allowance. My project, the seam allowance is 1/2 inch. So I'm going to need 1/2 inch along this edge. And so here's one side and here's the other side. Okay, now I'm going to take this over to my sewing machine and sew it in. Okay, I've placed my label inside the pillow. I'm going to go ahead and stitch it up. If you don't see my spool of thread, it's because I'm using the vertical spool holder. Here's my completed pillow. Here is the label. My label is small because my pillow is small. Here's the front of the label, and the back of the pillow, back of the label. I just prefer serging my labels versus folding them. It's just, for me, it's just easier, a lot more convenient. But anyhow, I want to thank you for watching my video.